Hey guys, so today we draw a defibrillator. So as part of being able to draw anything. So we're going to see the 4 step that I use. So welcome to the designsketchbook.com. After starting a quick warm up with some circles, let's go ahead. So I start with the front face of the screen that you can see right here. I'm trying to complete the main box of this product. So I like to add this logo because it kind of solidifies the overall. So giving me the feeling that this is a 3D object, something that we can touch somehow. So the contour lines are also helping. I add also this quick reflection of the screens to capture that this is something reflected as a glass. And I add here a quick like proportion of where all the different element of the details for this main box. So it's kind of like the big TV of the old time of the 80s, 90s. Here we go for some small details. As you can see, I don't go too much in details. It's just enough to understand what's going on. So after this big box and the screen, I go on the handle that is on top of it because it's attached to it. Carry on with the contour line right here. As you can see, the main forms is actually drawn very fast and also with very loose line as well. I'm not trying to reproduce 100% what I see, because my purpose here to draw this is to study the different forms, to try to learn some new shapes and also add them in my library of forms. So now I completed the big box for the screen and also the handle. I start drawing the bag that is attached to it. So think of what is the core element, which is the main screen, and then what is the accessories. The bag is the accessories, it is attached to it. That's why I like to draw it after. It's kind of psychologically easier to handle instead of starting with the bag and then you start with the core. It kind of doesn't make sense somehow. So we got the first, the main screen. Second, we got the handle. And third, we got the bag. It's really important to decompose. Can you see before and after? So you have to draw in transparency. When I draw this bag, I have to draw in transparency because I'm drawing on top of the screen with the lines that are behind. This is why it's important to always start your drawing with light pressure of drawing or with your lines. So now I add the cables. So once again, it's kind of failing this logic of the order. If I started with the cable, it doesn't make sense because you're inside this bag. So I draw the bag and then the cable that are inside is kind of looking for this common sense that will become intuitive with practice. Remember the rules of general to details. So I add here a bit of hatching to add some contrast. It helps a bit for a better comprehension. So before drawing, always ask yourself what's your purpose of drawing. Why are you doing this? Is it for study? Or is it for research? Is it for communicating an idea to your customer with a final rendering? So your style is going to be different. Here I had some etching here and there, which is really helping me to actually blocking some areas. It makes the communication of your product much easier. And I like to, even though the line is very loose, I like to do hatching super neat, which create quite a good contrast. So when you do the hatching, remember that use a direction, that here I use oblique, that is not used mainly in your drawing. Like in your product, all the lines, like you can see, I believe that none of them are using that direction of hatching, which is helping to contrast between the hatching directions and also your product line, that there is no conflict visually. So add more details right here. So I love drawing loose and fast because this drawing style is going to help you to find a lot more ideas when you do research. That's why it's really important for you guys to practice at drawing anything around you, to just learn different forms, different language, and whenever you want to use them, and subconsciously you're going to grab them in somewhere in your pocket in your brain, and this form is going to be on your sketches. Maybe you want to draw a car, maybe you want to draw a TV, a fridge, or anything. Maybe some of the forms of this are going to be input there. So draw anything that you like, or draw anything that attract your attentions. Doesn't matter if it's sexy or not. It have to appeal to you, and then it's going to kind of influence your style and your inspiration when you create. Okay. Draw stuff also that may be unexpected, to find interesting or get out of your comfort zone. For some of you, maybe a defibrillator, something not sexy. I never planned to draw a defibrillator, but when I was there, I feel that the form is super cool and the style I did give, I wanted to learn it, so I draw it, and it doesn't take so long. And now I draw a front view. I don't even have the product anymore in front of me at the hospital because I'm home. And I'm drawing from pictures, but you can be able to draw this front view from this perspective view, and that's a good exercise also to practice. So I invite you to make a try. Take a picture of a product in perspective and try to draw it from front view. How would you visualize it? It will also help you to have a better sense of proportion as well. Remember, take it easy. You don't have to be 100%. Keep practicing and you will improve by having this in mind. Okay? So if you're starting as a beginner, so once again, I invite you to download the Designer Starter Kit on the blog. This is a free book which is going to help you with perspective. So the color blocking, like with the hatching, I would say the hatching blocking is really helpful for the different layers of comprehensions and blocking the different elements. And I could actually get even darker for the back. Here with the defibrillator, I get darker as well. It's like somehow more something is behind, more dark you could get, for example. It could be a logic that you could use. Now I add a quick background, so I add a quick rectangle around behind, so it helps to make it pop out from the back. And now I add the logo. As you can see, I add two lines, bottom and top line, and then I add the logo inside. Philips, Sense. Here we go. So I hope you enjoy it. So here I add the handle of the defibrillator that I forgot to add it here. And with the cable that is super dynamic. Dun, 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 dun. As you can see, the cable didn't even draw entirely because it's kind of tricky to draw, and also it's not main detail that is very important, and it kind of suggesting the form of the cable, and it kind of give even more dynamism. So you can see more tutorials on the designsketchbook.com. I'm Shutak, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And feel free to get back to part 1 to see more about why order matter, which as you can see here in 4 main steps. So we go from general to details. 1, 2, 3, 4. The main forms, the core, the accessories, and then you can go with so much more like details, hatching, background, and so on. Here we go. See ya for the next video, and remember to sketch every day if you can. You're going to progress so much faster than you thought. Bye bye.